Hello guys, welcome back to another video of mine. I apologise for the very late preview for this game. We're only a couple of hours away from kickoff, but hopefully you can forgive me and we can get on with the preview for today. Now, of course, it's a massive game today. This is the biggest game of the season. I know we only have 3 games left, but this, because of how close the two teams are in the league, there's only 3 points between us and there's so much at stake. It's a massive game. It really is such a huge game, and I think at this stage it's a must-win. I think for both teams. I think we can't afford to lose. Again, you look at yesterday, Tottenham lost to West Ham. Arsenal at the minute are drawing against Leicester, so they could potentially drop points. And we win against United today, I think we can effectively, well, I don't want to say anything yet, but effectively rule them out of the top 4 race today. So it's a big game for us, but again, also a big game for them. If they win, it's blown wide open again. So it's really, it's do or die today for both teams. So again, as I said, the game's at Old Trafford, so a bit more difficult for us. 4 o'clock kickoff, or half 4 kickoff today, so we're very close to kickoff. The nerves are starting to set in a little bit, but funny I say that because I have no confidence going into this game. I have no belief, or I don't think we'll get a result. I just don't see it. You look at this season, all the top 6 teams, or the 5 teams that are around us, Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal, Tottenham, we've played all of them away and we've lost every single game. Every game by an aggregate score of 13-1. We lost 2-0 away at Liverpool, we lost 2-0 away at Arsenal, we lost 3-1 away at Tottenham, and we lost 6-0 away at Manchester City. So I have no reason to be confident going into another game away at another top 6 team. I can't be. We've lost every single game that we've played against the other teams around us, so why should I be confident going into this game? The only thing that does give me a slight bit of confidence is the fact that Manchester United are just as poor as us, if anything, maybe a tad bit worse. They are in a dreadful run of form at the minute. I think they've lost 6 of their last 8 games, and you're looking at some of them. They got beaten 3-0 at Barcelona. There's no real shame in that, but it's more the 4-0 against Everton was very poor for them, shocking for them. Then they lost to Man City during the week. And again, there's not really any shame in that. You know, you're looking at 2 defeats against Wolves, defeat against Arsenal. So they're really not in a great run of form, and their confidence isn't going to be as high. But again, neither is ours. We're not in a great run of form. We dropped points at home to Burnley on Monday. So it's really hit and miss, this game. It could go either way. We could win comfortably, or we could lose comfortably. They could win comfortably, or they could lose comfortably. It's a flip of a coin. I don't know what's going to happen. I can't predict this game. But one thing I can predict is the lineup. Well, I say I can predict the lineup that I would like to see. So we're going to get into that. So this is the lineup I would like to see, not one that I think the manager will pick. So in goal, I'm going to go with Kepa. There's no real complaints about that. First choice keeper. We'll move on. Full backs, I'm going to go Emerson and Azpilicueta. Now, both of them haven't been performing particularly well. So, you know, but we don't really have many other options. We actually only have Azpilicueta as our right back option. Zappacosta is just not good enough. And we do have another option at left back, but he's absolutely useless. So Emerson and Azpilicueta will be the 2 full backs. Now, I heard that Antonio Rudiger is back. He is fit to play, and if he is, I feel that we do need to play him. I think Christensen, he hasn't really been... He's looked a bit shaky whenever he's played. He hasn't looked as confident as he did last season. I wonder if that's just, you know, he's doubting himself because he hasn't played as much this season as he did last, and he's kind of, you know, maybe not fully, you know, match fit, and just maybe a confidence thing. But you know, I still think Rudiger and Luiz, they've been our centre-back pairing for the majority of the season, so you know, I don't see any reason why, if they're both available, they should play, although David Luiz doesn't fill me with confidence, especially in big games, so I'm just going to have to go with it. I'll go Rudiger and Luiz. Moving into the midfield, I'd go Jorginho, Kante and Loftus-Cheek. Now, I heard that Kante is 50-50 for this game. He came off at half-time against Burnley with a rib injury, So he's 50-50 for this game. But honestly, if we want top 4, we have to risk him. If Kante doesn't play today, we're not going to win. Simple as that. If we don't have Kante, we can forget about getting the result from this game. So I would risk him just because of the importance of the game. So I go with Jorginho, Kante and Ruben Loftus-Cheek. I think that's our strongest midfield, so we have to go for that. And then moving into the front three, Hazard on the left, no doubt about that. We need him massively in this game. We rely too much on Hazard, which is a shame, but he has to play, simple as that, and he will. I go with Giroud up front. I think Giroud, if we have Giroud up front, we have many more options to work with. We can get balls into the box for him to get a head on. He has good hold of play. We just have more options of how we can play with him in the starting 11. So I go with him. And because Callum Hudson-Odoi is injured for the long term, we can't rely on him. So it's either Pedro or Willian. For me, I would go with Pedro just because I think his work ethic is a little bit better than Willian's, and he'll track back and help Azpilicueta a little bit more. But, honestly, both of them attacking don't really fill me with much confidence. But I'm gonna go with Pedro, or lean more towards Pedro because of his work ethic and his ability to help back is a little bit better than Willian. So that's the team that I would like to see play. Prediction, as I said, I can't predict this game. This is the first time this season I've done a preview and I just can't predict the result because it's so hit and miss. It's a coin toss of who could win. It's just who turns up on the day. If Man United turn up and we don't, they win, and vice versa. If we turn up, which has been rare in the big games this season, maybe at home, but it's all just what Chelsea turns up and what Manchester United turns up. If we're both crap, it could be a boring draw. But if one team turns up, it's only going to be 3 points for either of them. But I can't call this. I just can't. If any of you have predictions, leave them down in the comments below, because I can't predict this one. It's so tight. I just don't know. So we'll have to wait and see. This is such a massive game. I said this against Burnley, the importance of that game, and we didn't turn up. This game is possibly more important. We have to turn up. We need to turn up today. There's no two ways about it. We have to perform. We have to give everything we have and try and leave with a result. Personally, I don't think a draw is good enough. We need to win. With Arsenal dropping points at the minute, with Tottenham losing at the weekend, and with a chance to nearly rule United out of the top 4 race, a win is crucial, and I can't emphasise the importance of this game, and we need to turn up. Simple as that. So that's all I have to say for this video, guys. There's not much else we can talk about, really. Just have to hope to God that we put in a performance, that we turn up, we make ourselves... what's the word I'm trying to use? We stand up and make ourselves counted. That's what I'm trying to say. If we put in a performance and lose, I can't really complain. But if we don't put in a performance and lose, then we can. So what I'm asking for is just that Chelsea turn up for once in a big away game this season and try and get a result for us. The fans have travelled a long way up from London to Manchester. Don't embarrass the club. Don't make it a pointless journey. And for all the Chelsea fans watching at home, just put on a performance, please. Just turn up, and hopefully, if we turn up today, I've full confidence that we can get a win. But if we don't, then we could get embarrassed. I've said this so many times this season, it's just all about what Chelsea turn up, and we have to hope that it's a Chelsea that we've seen beat City at home, beat Tottenham at home, beat Arsenal at home, play in the League Cup final. We have to hope it's one of those Chelseas. So we'll have to wait and see. A couple of hours till kick-off, and I'll hopefully be talking about a good result in the review after the game. So as I said, that's all for this video, guys. If you did enjoy it, please drop it a like, subscribe if you are new around here, or you enjoy the content, and I will have the review for the game. I start work tomorrow, so I could try and get it out tomorrow evening when I'm home. If not, then Tuesday, but I'll definitely have a review out. So I'll see you for that, guys, and come on, Chelsea, please don't let us down today.